Okay, so let's take a look at this Vue course I found, and it focuses on Visual Studio Code. For whom? For Vue.js developers. So if you're into Vue.js and you want to start using Visual Studio Code, let's identify some of the keywords that you'll be needing to be familiar with. So we have settings, extensions, and I want you to repeat after me. When I say settings, you say settings. When I say extensions, you say extensions. Verbalize that out loud. Themes, so that you can hear it yourself and you can actually communicate it during a conversation. Keyboard shortcuts. Extensions. Git. And the terminal. So you'll have to use the terminal, you have to use Git, probably add a few extensions, be familiar with the keyboard shortcuts, know what themes you can work with to change the display of things. I already have extensions up here, so let me get rid of that one. Okay. And then overall settings, but there's a lot more down below, so let's see what we can find. Hello VS Code, bootstrapping a Vue.js project. Bootstrapping just means starting from scratch or starting from a minimal code set. The command palette. What is the command palette? And here is custom themes, but we'll leave it at themes. Volar, the official language feature extension for VS Code. Volar. Repeat after me. Volar. It's a language feature extension. So I'm assuming it's going to be other language features extensions. Language feature extension. But maybe for different languages and not just Vue. Lots of tips and tricks on Volar. Auto formatting lines. You know, that's something to be familiar with. How do you format your lines? And how do you do that with a little bit of automation? Auto formatting files. Oh, I said lines. Files. But that would be all the lines in a file. Here's some auto linting. Linting is identifying the problems in your code that could be improved. Snippets. Create your own Visual Studio Code Vue snippet. So 3 video courses on snippets, so there's probably a lot there. How about enhancing the development experience? Debugging, that's very important. You've wrote a bunch of code and might not all be correct. Keyboard shortcuts, managing files. So I'm going to put managing files. Vue templates. So more than just the bootstrapping. Vue templates. Styling a Vue component. So we have the Vue component. There's probably a lot of those. But then you have styling. And I'm going to leave it general because there's probably many different things you can style. JavaScript and TypeScript. So in addition to the Vue language, we have JavaScript and TypeScript. Again, if you're just joining us, I say TypeScript, you say TypeScript. Repeat after me. Turn this into a verbal exercise. NPM. That is a package manager for other people's code. When they've made something that you want to use and they have published it so that it's publicly accessible, they turn that into a package that then you can download and use. Markdown, another language, but helps to simplify and quicken the speed in which you can write and style your text. The built-in terminal, we have the terminal here. Version control. You made something, you've submitted it, that's version 1. You do it again with the slight change, that's version 2. You can save those as a historical log and restore them or refer to them. Honorable mentions, extensions, I think we have extensions here. Workplace settings. Lots of different types of settings. Key bindings. Ooh, that one sounds interesting. Key bindings. And that's it. Okay, so that was a rather short course, but they organized it into the enhancing the development experience. So how to use Visual Studio Code to expedite and improve your coding experience. And then talked about the essentials specific to Vue and just a general introduction to Visual Studio Code. So that's a lot of good topics here. Let's see, how many do we have? 3 times 2, 4, 6, 7, 21, 22, 23. So 23. I'm going to call these Vue I'm going to call these Vue, just keep it general, Vue tips and tricks for Visual Studio Code. If you need to, pause this, go back, and just get these out, read it out loud, auto linting, and put some words before or after it. I auto linted the file this morning, or I created a code snippet. Will you help me debug what I'm currently debugging? Verbalize it.